Good afternoon, greetings, welcome back, carnivores, to Carnivore Confidential. I'm Dougie the Butcher. A couple of weeks ago you saw me take apart a whole leg of pork, and I promised you that I would show you what to do with each individual muscle. Today it's the inside round's turn, so let's get to it. Alright folks, so it's right about here that I have absolutely no clue that I have not plugged my microphone in, and I'm so sorry, but please bear with me. I'm trying to do my best with a voiceover that I've just taught myself how to do. So what we've got here is, I've zoomed in for you so that you can see closely what I'm doing. It's an inside round of fresh leg of pork. I've already taken the bones off. You saw me do that before. I'm turning it over right now, and what I'm pointing at right now is the femoral artery. You want to take that out. It's not something you want in your ground sausage, or at least not something I want in my ground sausage. And there is some meat surrounding it, but I'm taking that out with a small knife, and right now I'm realizing that I'm a blind old bastard and I need my glasses on. So there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm taking the femoral artery out, and it's going to go in a separate pile over here because I'm going to take the meat off it and then throw the femoral artery away, and the trim bits are going to go in the sausage pile. So back to the inside round. The inside round is a really super piece of meat. It's almost one muscle. It's only two muscles. It's got a thin layer of cap on top. I'm going to show you that in a second. To spin it around here. Pardon me. And I'm continuing to take the silver side and the fat off, and we're just going to flip it over and start working on the cap. Now this is the cap right here. You're going to see where I'm going to point it to you right now. It just goes across the top here, easily comes off. Follow the seam, and I'm about to change the camera angles here when I realize, of course, that well, I just realized that I didn't have any audio from my I was doing some filming, doing some housekeeping on this piece of inside round, and when I stopped to change the camera angle so you could better see what I was doing, I realized I wasn't plugged into my microphone. I'm kind of bad like that. Anyway, okay, so we've got this nice piece of inside round. I've cleaned up the inside, or the underside of it. There's a femoral artery that runs through there. I remove that, and I'm going to take the meat off it, put it over here, and then the artery's going in the garbage. But for the last thing here, when I decided to move the camera angle to show you what I'm doing here, this is the cap. It sits on top of it. It sits on top right here like that. And I'm just going to take that off as well, because it's going to be a piece of scallopini as well. So here we go with the scallopini. On an angle, and just moderate pressure on your knife. Come on, straight down. And you notice I look like I'm sawing, but I'm actually plunging through and drawing back. Plunging through and drawing back. Plunging through and drawing back. All at keeping pressure on the knife. See, that way you get nice thin slices. Drawing and drawing back. Plunging and drawing back. And any that happen to be a little bit thicker than the others, well, of course, you can always pound them out with a meat mallet, which I recommend you doing anyway, just because that helps to break down the fibers. And you can see that I'm cutting it with the grain, and the reason I'm doing that is because when you cut into it to eat it, you'll be cutting it against the grain. Glove off. This cap is going to be another piece of schnitzel. Beautiful. Cut it in half because it's going to be about that big when I pound it. Anyway, let me wash up first. All right, my peeps, that's it for inside round into scallopini, all from the fresh leg of pork that we did earlier. On to the next video. Thanks very much for coming by, and stay hungry. Please like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. And I hope to see you next week on Thursday at 6 o'clock for another upload. Stay hungry for carnivores, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.